Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Hey, go Peter.
Now Patterson to start the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Back to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Yikes, terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They run it again with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Falcons take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Got his man, it's Bo Melton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. He'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think the teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. This pass is caught by London. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Black shot.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Right. Red, yellow. Smash, red. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bryan Edwards, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. There's Chris Olave. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 8 now.
Simple drag over here, lined up on the left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw him twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So we thought they had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Blue striker.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His 1st career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Oh, good move. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
To try again after the sack. Winston.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rip, and they get off the field.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Saints 28, Falcons 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Bearcats remain at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here for 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Red, cycle. Set.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Black Ultra.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw, eluding the pressure right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They juked him. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
151 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught by Olave.
Touchdown!
Chris Olave.
Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a...
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Black, trail green. Let's go. Go set.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here. Own 40-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. Over something to hang their head on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right? The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
fourth quarter deficit. Ritter will throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hook left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Winston here to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown.
Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Finding Taysom Hill complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both